Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Access Granted, the podcast featuring Party Peeps and a Pod with Nina, the original party girl. Hey, I'm Nina, the original party girl. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the fall season 2023 session of hanging out with me and you all for Party Peeps in a Pod. This year, I chose that subtitle name for our show because I wanted to reflect that you, my audience, are a part of this show. One of the reasons why this show is so successful is because of the audience participation and the audience support. So when we have calls to action, events, people that need help, you all really rally around with your heart and soul and you participate and you help others as we skip through the house. So once again, I want to welcome you all here taking time out your busy day to join me on this joyous historical day in history because we back, we making history. Our podcast will broadcast starting off 3 times a month on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And the goal is to do four. Depends on how I have that healthy life balance versus work balance on how many times a week. So we know starting off it's two, working our way up to three. Goal is to four. But we're going to take our time and let it flow organically. I'm taking a pause for the cause to let people get in to breathe myself. Um, Seems like it's easy for me to be in front of the camera, but it takes work. It takes work. So I'm trying to get my nerves right as well. Hi, friends. Hi, family. Thanks again for joining me. We do have a chat feature if you want to ask questions or participate. Also, want to take a moment to thank my radio poppy, Antoine Grant of Access Granted, for allowing me to use this platform to bridge the gap with the community with music, dance, house culture, and other music. Because you don't have to come to the studio, I can reach a lot further and a lot more people. Hey, Blue Angel, I got this. Woosah. Thank you, babe. I'll talk to you soon. I just got a new something device, Alexa, and she's talking. I hope you all can hear her. Tonight's guest, we will be talking to Tommy Davis and Katasha Smart, our kitty meow, about the upcoming Collective Minds Festival 2023 20-year anniversary. So after we get through the intro of the show, look forward to hearing from them. I got the best sources for us to get the best information so that we're able to festival successfully. In order to stay in the loop, you're going to need some things in your toolbox. Um, Facebook has their own algorithms. It chooses who sees what. So I need you all to have some things in your toolbox so you'll never miss the broadcast as well as the pop-up party report in from me actually going on site to some of these events that we'll be talking about. Please like and follow the Access Granted page on Facebook. Like and follow the Microphone Checker 1212 page on Facebook. And that's Micra, MICRAPONE, Checker, CHEKA 1212 on Facebook. And if you want to stay connected to my party scene, that's Nina, Party Girl, on Facebook. If you'd like to get in touch with me about being on the show, being a sponsor, giving me a great guest, my email address is partytech1 at yahoo.com. That's PARTYTEK at yahoo.com. That's again, I'm always looking for guests, interesting stuff. I know people be like, I want to come on the show, but I need something that we haven't seen in a long time or do it differently. I talk in third party. So when I talk about this show, I don't always talk like I'm the one that does the show. I like this show because of my gift of interview style. I don't see it a lot. And there's a lot of people out there doing podcasts. There's a lot of people doing interviews, but I don't necessarily see people reach the core of the person that they're interviewing quite like I do. Doesn't mean people can't do it. I just don't see it regularly. So I want to, and I know that that's a gift now because I don't see it regularly. Everybody would be doing it if it could be done. But um, let's talk about the house music principles. House music, like any other genre of music, has their own little set of protocol, processes, etiquette. And with house music, the principles are music, of course, uh, history. Where do we come from? Where does the history of dance come from? Where does the history of tribal dance come from? Health, because most house heads are a certain age, and they're at an age where they need to be mindful of their health. They've I say about the average house head is about 40 and up. That does not mean they don't exist younger. You have a whole nother group out there that has dance, that has EDM, and they tend to be a little younger because the beat of the music is a little faster. So, house exists all over. It's becoming very popular in the secular music world. You have Drake, you have Rihanna, you have Kanye, you have people that are infusing their music with house music beats to come up with a house music product so well that some people think that Beyonce brought house to the forefront. Um, that's because they're dealing with a younger generation. They don't know that this has been around for a minute. And on that note, I want to shout out all the, I don't know, tier one house heads. And these are the ones that have been around forever, since disco, since warehouses, since Chicago, since dance floors, since baby powder. Like you all have remained a very positive example of what the house music culture means. These people come, they relax, they house music people come to dance. And I do parties on all sides, but the common denominator is house music people dress to sweat and they come to dance and they come with a purpose. They're going to leave something on their dance floor. A lot of my parties on the other side, it's really like a photo op. Like people come to the party to say that they were at the party and they all on the dance floor with the cameras taking the selfies just to show that they came out, they got a life. But their connection with the music is not the same. So I salute y'all, these house heads that started the game that we're picking up and we're continuing. The house music audience has always been smaller, not small, but smaller than than hip hop, R&B. Um, so we have to fight. We have to pay attention and keep house music alive and live on dance floors because of the volume. We don't have as many people as other genres of music has. I must say that 2023, after COVID, people couldn't wait to get outside. So we have had so many house event situations, music situations. So I thank you again, everybody that participates, for keeping house music alive. House music lives. Shout out to Leroy Jefferson and Wallace Edwards. They are the house music lives sign guys. So they're usually at our events with the house music lives signs, motivating us to be a part of this very special group of people. I want to also thank all the DJs that keep spinning that music, keep that record playing, the producers that create the house music, the venues that host house music parties, because there's certain things that we require with the venues of a house music party location. I want to thank all the promoters. Shouts out to Robbie, who's on the Collective Minds promotion team. I got an invite for him inviting me to Collective Minds. So I'm going to go. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Rob. Want to thank all the vendors that sell their goods, their wares, their jewelry, their oils, their hats, their fans, their clothing, their music at these outdoor and indoor house music events that we go to. I've collected quite a bit of merchandise shopping in this community amongst my people. So I thank you for the services that you also provide. Got some interviews, interesting stuff. It's hard when you are on the radio every week because you have to come up with clear, good show ideas to produce every week. You got to turn it around in 6 days. So I do have a glimpse of some people that I've reached out to already, and I prepare and plan to have many more. Shouts out to Momo TV. She'll be on. I want to talk to her. That's my thing about me doing this show. I want to talk to people myself. So I bring them on so you can learn when I learn. Because a lot of stuff, I don't do a lot of pre interview stuff. I want to learn this person as we learn together. So we got Barbara Tucker is going to be one of my major interviews. She has said yes. Um, I can name some people I haven't even asked, but I know they're coming. Ed Ramsey, Biblical Jones, Richard Burton. Those are my favorites. They're going to come on, spend some moments with us. Tommy Davis, the author, has promised me some quality time. It's always good to know when you see house music people, a DJ, a dancer, like what else do they do? Like, is this their full time job? Or do they have something else special they do? So I'm looking forward to that conversation with Tommy Davis slash minister slash the author. He will be back. Um, let's see. I got a lady coming on, my friend Claudia. Herself, her family, and her friends are trying to come up with an eco development community. That means they all live together in the same little community and they are practicing processes to be self sufficient. Wouldn't you just love to live in the same place, farmland, with your family and friends, and you all are on the same pages of what it takes to survive organically? They're doing a lot of stuff without food, people. Now is the time to grow and sustain your own garden. So she's going to help us explore what that looks like. I want to give a shout out to all my breast cancer survivors. It's been quite a few. My heart aches, but these women have been fighting like a girl, coming out of their initial diagnosis. They are surviving. October is Breast Cancer Survival Month, so we'll have plenty of people to share their stories, and you'll be surprised who you know, but you didn't know, and why you didn't know. Let's see. Upcoming events, we'll be talking about that on every show. News, information, um, places to be, things to do. That's the basis of what this show is about. I'd like to transition people that like to dance to music to get them to dance to house music, build and maintain our volume in the house music community. I took some notes and I lost them. Oh, nope, I think I went through all of them. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to salute all the DJs. And I'm scared when I do lists because I don't want to miss anybody. Blame it on my head and not my heart. But you got DJ OG. He does something monthly. Sometimes he does two things monthly. DJ Biscuit with his monthly First Fridays at Elevate. I don't want to say First Fridays. DJ Biscuit at Elevation at the Cellar on Maiden Choice Lane. DJ Herbie Love with the decompression session. That looks like that's kind of mobile. Herb's in Atlanta now and here and here and here. So you got to stay locked in to see where he's going to be. DJ Uzma, he does something monthly. Um, Ultra Nate, she's always bringing us fresh, creative events. Um, and blessings to you, her. And just all the DJs that pull together and make a party for us to come out. At one time in Baltimore, you didn't see it like this. You might see a party a month or two parties a month. Now we're pretty much a party every week. We're somewhere. Pretty much a party every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When we get to the point where they don't stack on top of each other, it'll be a little bit more breathable. But I'm always grateful for selections of different places I can go, different DJs I can see. But for me, it is the reuniting and connecting with my house family that I love the most. Like, it's a hug fest. When you go out to these events, you see your house family. And that's my greatest part. So I thank you all for simply being a friend, being a friend. So we're gonna bring on, drum roll, please. We're gonna bring on Tommy Davis and Kitty, so we can get this collective minds party started off right. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Kitty. I'm looking at you.
Hey,
Hey, I am so glad that you all are able to take time out of your busy lives, because I know, like in your life, it's collective mind season, 100%. Is that right?
that's right. That's
Mm-hmm.
from,
Mm-hmm.
from
Mm-hmm.
dawn to dusk.
From dawn to dusk. So I'm glad you all could hang out with us, celebrate this 20-year anniversary, and bring us up to speed on how we're going to navigate this successfully. Um, some past collective mind memories, and just hanging out with your friends, because all your friends are here. Got it?
Right. I can't see them. The chat. I don't know
I
what I
can't
did.
either. Twan can see it, so maybe he'll tell us if it's something we
Okay.
need to know.
Well, this is
Okay,
our
so
what? This is our 20th year. So by this time of the month, we're pretty exhausted. And this year, because this is post pandemic, we had to really hustle to find a place to do it. And in Baltimore, some events happened that made us have to re-strategize how to do the event. Baltimore had something that happened at another block party that put a frown on everybody else's event. So Collective Minds is one of the largest events that happened. So we had to restructure it to for everyone's safety and for everyone to be able to enjoy the event without an overshadow. Now, in the past, we had to do that many times before. When Penn North was had the riots and stuff, Collective Minds was right 4 blocks up the street. We still went through with it, and we still and the people used it as a love fest to go ahead and express some things they had locked in. So we're kind of used to dealing with
things that happen in our city that may affect how we schedule collective minds. I think why I find Tommy again, I want to define collective minds. Collective minds are minds. Your mind, my mind, Kitty mind, Tommy's mind, anybody's that are all on one accord and pulling off this event successfully, and sharing in the house music culture. Now you have a collective mind committee. Those are the people that's responsible directly for assembling and creating and planning and finding finances for the Collective Minds Festival. Did you want to add anything to that, Kitty?
You're absolutely right. And that those are the people who are in the background working diligently, bringing everybody together for this event. So yeah, we have a good core, few core members that we, use to put the event together. And just like you said, it's collective. It's so many people, with so many ideas that have helped to grow this thing of 20 years.
I know that when people say to Tommy, collective minds needs to do blah, 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 he's like, you are collective minds.
Correct.
So that's why I wanted to distinguish the different definitions. We do have a core collective mind committee, but we, the dancers, the audience, the culture, the resources are collective minds. So it's anything to say you need to do something, but if you have the resource to get it done, it makes more sense to present the whole package instead of trying to make one person responsible for your party needs. I hope I said that politically correct.
you did. You did.
Okay, go ahead, Tommy.
So, collective, what we noticed in the beginning, and we notice now, it seems like everything is going off. Is that is
To the
that
Batmobile.
right? So is that there are many different people or cliques. So using the word collective and including everyone kind of broke down that division. It made that everyone is included. And so long in dance history, there was subdivisions, and so we wanted to break that down. That in house we're all in one. We all tried to. We actually made it our premise to go ahead and get other local DJs to come in and shine and to and try to get everyone to have a turn. That way, it didn't just come up with just the same people all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in Baltimore, this scene is overlooked on radio. It's overlooked in many other places. So this was a perfect chance for this picnic. And originally, it was a picnic. So this picnic that
How
blew
many people were at the first one, Tommy?
about 250, 250.
250.
And
Wow.
we
You've
had no
grown up.
idea that it would do this. And over the years we had several presidents, several vice presidents, and so I am the current one for the past about 7, 8, 9 years. Before that I was a vice president and was secretary because we all take responsibility to do our part.
Okay. So give me an idea of somebody that was the president before you were.
Oh, Biscuit was the president before me.
For
And
real?
yeah, yeah, right. And before that, believe it or not, the originator was J Rags Techniques.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah,
Interesting fact. Interesting fact.
right.
And the first one, was it at Drew Hill Park or?
It was at Drew Hill Park.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
So,
So,
and then after that, Vice President was Alton Tay and many, many, many people. We have re-strategized and reorganized how we had to do it because in the beginning we had 60 core members, 60. And those meetings would seem like they would go forever because if you ever had to hear 60 voices speak at once, you'll never go home. So over the years, we've just realized that we stuck with the core people that had to do core things, and under them were the other people.
gotcha, gotcha. So, as far as your core this year, you've guys done it at least 19 times. Does it get any easier in the planning?
Katasha?
It kind of does because all of the people know what their roles are. So we kind of, it was like, it was what you were saying before. If you bring it to the table, it's yours. And we've kind of coined the phrase that that's your potato
Potato salad.
salad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the table, potato salad, meaning if you ask someone to bring the potato salad to the cookout, you aren't going to keep hounding them and saying, "Did you bring the onions?" Calling them up, "Did you do the mayonnaise?" No, you're going to expect them to just bring it. And so that's how we've been able to do it. So collectively, everybody has their own role. I do vendors, nonprofits, and all of that part. Househead, he does the back end with the websites. Tommy, he does everything else. Biscuit, he comes in and he gives us amazing advice. OG, that. So we all Neil works with the schools and everything. So we all know. So it's kind of cookie cutter for us at this point. Getting easier, kind of. Because when it gets to this point, it's like, oh my goodness, did we do this? We just did a checklist today, and but we have a checklist and we go through it and we know what's on it. So I would say that I wouldn't say we have it down to a science, but pretty much we do.
And then you've already reestablished some of your resources, some of your vendors, people you use for sound and security, so you don't have to find these people new all
Correct.
over again. They're already in your Rolodex. So
Yeah.
what am I to the potato salad? I am the raisins
No,
because I kind of jump in
crazy.
wherever you tell me to go.
Right.
Wherever. Now I can say I am a media specialist because I've
Yeah.
done this with you all before. So I do have a piece in the media. I have a small piece on the Collective Minds page with just doing the festival, just getting everybody hyped up, motivated, reposting information. I got traffic one year, and I heard the festival. I don't. I think I got to walk through there like twice, but like the traffic was definitely keeping me busy. So I am honored. It's a pleasure for me to just get in where I fit in, and I say that for people, if you really want to help, you find a way to help. We got stuff that got to be done in the beginning. We got stuff that got to be done when stuff is going on, and we definitely got stuff afterwards that needs help. So if you're interested in being in that, I mean, like our faces. You can. Is it okay if I say they can reach out to me
Yeah.
if they want to volunteer for something specific? So I
Or
would say my thing was we need help with cleanup. That would be my first priority, correct?
no,
No.
no.
Where would you where would you need help the most that a regular person could do?
Because it's so large, we actually need volunteers. We need volunteers to come on the hit, go to the site and say, "Hey, leave a message," or hit me or Katasha, OG, or James, because this is pretty much a family reunion. So we could go and hire all strangers, but guess who control the family the best? Is the family.
Right.
So we get people to come in and say, "What can I do?" That those people then we need you to come in and say, "Hey, what can I do?" Sometimes it might be, "Hey, at the end, help us pick up the trash that other people just walked away from." Sometimes it's just, "Hey, could you usher Katasha to in between a crowd?" Or sometimes it's, "Hey, could you stand here for a minute and watch this?" Those people are really. There's no little people in collective minds. You know what I mean? Everyone is a important, integral part.
I got a
So,
position at the bathroom spotter pots
yeah,
because it's a
I know that.
system. People can't tell when somebody came out the bathroom. So I was there for a minute, like that one's open, that one's open. Like that's thousands of people trying to go to the bathroom. So that required a little choreographing.
Yeah, I
So
remember.
as the festival is happening, we could plan on day on what we think we need, but stuff happens in real time. So by you walking up and volunteering your service, you can catch something that's happening in that moment. So do not be afraid to walk up to the family and say what you need me to do. If everybody donated 10 minutes or an hour, like, and if this is a family reunion, clean up your trash as it's happening, then we won't have a bunch of stuff happening. It gets dark out there. We've been walking around all day like acres and acres of land. We're putting in 22 miles in 6 hours, 7 hours. So try to clean up your trash. Encourage the people, hey, Greg, next to you to clean. Because I think I saw bags like tied to people's tents and stuff. If we all fill up the bags, family,
Yeah.
then we should have a much better time. I know I am getting older as collective minds is getting older. My feet, my knees, and my back don't act the same way after being out there a whole day. So any help is help. Any help. This is our family. So I'm going to back it up. So we know when the festival is. That's Sunday, September the 3rd from
Yes.
12 to 7. There is a loading piece that happens. Is there a time restriction on that? Like, don't get there any earlier than what time?
Don't get there any earlier than 11:30.
And then 11:30. You will not be allowed to enter the festival until 12. Is that correct?
Well, you
What?
can come in about at 11:30 because
Okay,
the
cool.
going to be there at 8:30. So the vendors come in at 8:30. They can't get in any later than 10 because they have to be set up by 11:30. There are no exceptions, no coming in after 12 because you never want to get to a cookout and then people are still sitting up and figuring that out, So we like our thing to be set up. If people are coming at 11:30 and they may not have had breakfast and they're hungry, they can go to the vendors. Our vendors will already be set up at that time. So that's how basically we're starting it so that at 11:30 when you come in, if you want to go to a vendor and you're hungry, they are not still setting up. They are waiting for you to come to them.
Hot
So
dogs already on the grill. Right, right. They already
But
cooked.
and there's another piece of that because this year is in Poly and at any event. So vendors come with several cars and trucks and stuff like that. So we need them to you need to get out of their way so they can come and unload and get out. If the people start coming in and we're still trying to do setup, it becomes
very
just
Chaotic.
chaotic. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason why we won't let people in early is they want to get in there and set up, but you get in the way of the other stuff that needs to go. We got
yeah,
sound and power, we got light towers, we got stages, we got vendors coming in,
we
but
got different happening, different things.
You got
so
kids.
not yet, not that by that time.
Well, hopefully, yes. Right. No.
Right.
That's a whole nother. Hey, y'all, watch your kids.
And we have a kids zone.
So
Kids.
Oh,
Katasha, tell this, I mean, some of the things that I'm glad you mentioned it. Katasha, go ahead.
So this year, among other things, we definitely have a section where we've had it before, but we're having artists. So we have artists who are going to be there. They're going to be, if you're facing coming in the quad, in the back on the right hand side. So they're going to be set up there. We also have nonprofits,
Hold
and we
up, Kitty. What kind of artists? Real creative artists?
yes,
Singing artists? Okay.
uh,
Face paint artists?
visual artists.
Visual artists. Gotcha.
Face painting for the children, and she's really amazing. So the things that she's going to be doing, I can see the adults wanting to get their faces done too, not just kids. So she's going to be pretty amazing. We also have a kids zone that's going to be set up. So in the kids zone, we're going to have volleyball, badminton,
I love badminton.
play, sack cloth, the sack races, things like that. Just things to keep them busy. A craft table, so that, and then it's in one area enclosed, so you can feel safe that the kids are enclosed in that area if you know that they're going to be in the kids zone.
Do you leave your children in the kids zone or do you need to stay with them?
It depends on the age of the children. We're not, it's not going to be babysitters over there, but it is going to be things for them to do. So if you want to bring them over so they can play a game of badminton or a game of volleyball or a sackcloth race or something like that. And there will be an attendant over there off and on to, facilitate games, because we're going to have the African jump rope. If anybody has seen that, or
I never saw African jump.
Mm-mm. Mm. Nice.
new version of Simon Says that we are excited about the kids playing. And probably some adults will be playing it too. So we have, kind of those things that happening.
Gotcha, gotcha. So on a note, and maybe I was a different parent. Even though things are set up so that your children may be able to independently do them, I would always, disclaimer, advise you to pay attention, keep an eye on your child. That is a scary feeling when you are a little person and you are lost, or you
Yeah.
feel like you're lost, or you feel like your parent or your big person left you somewhere. So I
Yeah.
would still say the parent I was, I know she's glad she's grown now. But I never really took my eyes off of my child,
Correct.
especially in a situation where there is a lot of people. So be wise, people. I do have a vendor question for you.
Well,
Is
before
it
you skip this, it's one thing that's really people don't understand what makes Collective Minds different from other festivals is that we center on the family thing because they are our future. So if we don't expose them to this and they come in as a family unit and mom dance with pop and the kids and all that kind of stuff, it makes it a different kind of festival. We don't allow smoking now legal marijuana, alcohol, cigars. I mean, it's a school property. It fits perfect for that. But we want them to have a healthy way where a family can come out together. Now, leave the kids at home. You can bring them with you, and they will have a good time too. We've had grandparents on stage. We have kids on stage. At one time, that was our thing to get them on kids and let the people see the youth enjoying house music. So, I didn't mean to interrupt your vending question, but it's a
you know
very
what? Because I used to take my niece. She was older than the children. So my niece would be kind of like my dedicated, you watch these kids while I'm navigating this
yes,
other stuff. So they still had a big person with them that was paying attention. And they were able to have fun and they were able to have dance. Most of your kids know what house music is already because that's what you playing.
yes.
So what better music to introduce them? This stuff on the radio now is a little hard for
Ooh.
even me as an adult
A lot.
to absorb. So it's a great, great, great situation for the entire family. I want to reiterate that you said that we have vendors, there are no grills, correct?
No grills, no fire.
No fire, no cigar fire, no weed fire, no fire. Okay.
No
So
fire.
we have that. And me, just in history, like people really get in the festivals. They bring their tents, they bring their living room furniture, their portable toilet. Like the festival, it literally has everything you need there. If you can afford to, I really wouldn't bring a whole lot of stuff. I would buy from the vendors. I would support
Yes.
my community, and I won't have all that stuff to drag. Like me being at that parking pull up traffic thing,
It's
it
too much.
caused bottlenecks because people bought their whole shed out to the festival. Like they had everything, stuff they needed, stuff they might need, stuff they'll never need. Like be wise in how you pack. And back to the parking, and you all can check me on this. I would recommend still carpooling. That parking situation, although it was better than what we may have had before, it's still a lot. You could very easily end up down the bottom of Falls Road trying to
Real,
find a parking space. So
real.
if you have friends that you can carpool with, that's still a healthy to our environment situation. Am I right?
And I like to admit that it's also right close to the light rail. So you might not, you can easily get there just by, and be
Oh yeah, what
just,
he says.
you're really close to the light rail and bus routes. So you can choose other options than to go through the parking issue that no matter where we are, I don't care. We've been in several places and
Right.
it's,
We can't fit. We're huge. It doesn't matter where we go.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, and like myself, you notice I probably get somebody to drop me off because what I also noticed is you might be one of the lucky ones that came there at 6:30 in the morning and got a parking space. It's still tricky getting out when everybody's leaving at the same time. It's tricky getting out. So I'm one of them. I try to avoid traffic like that. So if I can come up with a smart way, I'll probably have my father or somebody just drop me off for the day. Because once I'm there, I'm there. Right?
Yep. And
Carpooling is still good.
it's still good. It's still very much good, and you know there are several things that the city and people that are new to Houston don't understand. That there's a spiritual, and when I say spiritual, I don't mean religion. I mean community, spiritual thing that happens at Collective Minds. You will see people smiling. You will see them actually dancing with each other. You see very few people holding selfies up, taking pictures because it's a participate kind of thing.
And
And
holding people because you haven't seen that person in a minute.
uh,
That's
yes,
that family reunion piece.
yes.
Hey, oh look, I forgot to show y'all that. You see that shirt? Go, Tommy. Go. I could look when I first got it. I couldn't fit it. I lost weight. You were my inspiration.
Oh, so the whole thing is, and what people, the first timers come, you know what's funny, Nina, is when they come in, they could be non-house people say, I'm just going because everybody go. By the time they leave, and I personally stand at the exit and wave everybody to goodbye like Mickey Mouse, they say, come up and say, I didn't know it was like this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be back next year. I gotta come back for it because they actually
And they do, and they bring somebody.
there you go. And they come as far as Australia, California, New York, South Carolina, North Carolina. It's become a pretty huge event. And this year, it hurt us to our heart to have to actually put a charge on it. But we had to. It's too big. It's just too big for us to protect people. We have to hire a whole lot of enforcement to protect people, to make sure. We have to have medical. We have to have things that, as a smaller event, we didn't need. So a lot of the stuff we put out of our pockets, this is no longer acceptable at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Druid Park 14,000. Then we need to actually step up, and that means we have to pass the fee along to the people. So this is our last year at Poly, because Poly is going under reconstruction. So we are welcoming people to come in and say, "Hey, I got a location that I think I can help y'all get to do it." We accept anyone who wants to come in. We accept lawyers to come in and say, "Hey, I can help you out with sponsorship." We have grant writers to say, "You know what? I can figure out how to do this so y'all can remain free." We would love to remain free, but things cost. If that porta potty, each one of them, they cost. The sound and power, that cost. The generators cost. The staffing cost. The security cost. So when people complain about the minimal charge we're charging, and it's just minimum, this is just so you can adjust because as we quadruple in size, it's going to cost more and more and more and more. So
Can
we
we
were
go over those costs? I know the early bird tickets are gone. Those were the
gone.
$5. So
That was
we're on the $10 now. How
yes.
high could it get at the door, or will it?
I,
Can it get higher? I guess that's the question.
we're
Can it
going
get higher
to
at the door?
It is higher the door. It's going to be 15. We're trying not to take away because we like having all class of people, not just the ones that got the money and don't care and want to pay $50, $60 to go something. We want the people that can. We want families to come. We
How's
want
your
people.
children? How do they pay? Under what age?
Oh, that's a great question, Nina, Natasha.
Well,
$5.
the thing that we had talked about with the children, it was that the children with are coming with the family. So 18 and over, they're paying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's still a big stretch. 18. I mean, that means your 17-year-old could get it.
I don't think we're gonna go through saying, "Let me see your driver's license." You
Right.
got hair on your face. You got paid.
I had that when I was like 8.
I mean, we
Okay.
don't want to tax children. It is a
Okay.
family event. All we
Got it.
need to might help us do. We this year we had so much police officers that it was thousands of dollars, thousands just for security because of what happened in Baltimore. That I don't want to talk about right now. A couple of months ago, that changed the parameter of what large scale events are. So
So
so we had to do this extra thing that we normally didn't have to do. Normally house events don't need any police because it's such a it's a love fest. There's never a fight. There's never anything. But because of what the times we are in now, and political and also local, things are becoming a little bit rough. So we want people to feel safe in this place where they can be free and get and let go.
They okay, gotcha. So I need to salute you as well, Tommy. I know that was one of the hardest decisions for you to make about the festival to actually put a dollar amount on it.
Yeah.
But from me and my fellow househead friends that have been doing this for years, we did not have to pay. For
Nope.
years. Everything in today's economy is higher. Literally, everything. Everything is higher than it was a year ago. So although you hesitate, it is completely understandable because everything costs, and now everything costs too much. If you charge $40 for that festival, I would still pay it. I would still pay it because it's worth that much. I am in a safe situation. I am able to live out loud, and I spend stupid money on stupid stuff daily. That's not worth anything. As far as a steak is different to me. If I spend $50 on a steak, I'm not even getting a $50 steak. So the product that you're offering is well worth $15. I know it was hard to make that decision, but we grown ups and we have $15 and we will enjoy investing it in our community. Thank you again.
You know why it was really hard? It's because it was such a grassroots project. And to be a grassroots project, that means, and at one time we was at Jewel Hill Park, which is in between several areas, and it was great to see different people come together without having a problem. But now, since this is going to become a big thing. Like we could do Camden Yards actually. We have enough to do Camden Yards, Pimlico Racetrack, Timonium, but we need other people. So if you're listening out there in Lent, we actually need other people that's your field of expertise. We all have other jobs that we're doing. This is not something I do all year round. This is something that we put together and we take time off our jobs and our life for the past 3 months to put this together. So we would like to have more people, more entrepreneurs, more people that says, "Hey, you know what? I make 6 million a year. You know what? Let me help you. This house thing is really a positive thing. Call us up and say, hey, you know what? Keep it free. Here you go. I'm gonna write you a check. I'll pay for the whole thing. That's that's the world I wanted to live in, but that's not the real world. So in order to do it without pulling all our hair out, we had to pay for expenses and stuff like that. I'm still gonna run around my bucket. I'm still gonna shake people pockets down. Y'all gonna give me some money. I'm serious. Because what people don't understand is we have to set up for the following year. So that means the money we spent this year is gone. We have to collect money for the next year.
Gotcha, gotcha. And let me say that the city, with no disrespect, is a business. So even though our area might not be experience the drama that another area is, it's another reason to ask people for money. Collective Minds has to pay for security, and they got to have a certain amount of security to satisfy what the city regulations are. So imagine how much that costs. I know what my Ring doorbell costs, but how much is it for 30 police officers? So
Hmm.
we got to pay, and we got to pay more. So we appreciate all of you for coming out and donating your $15 because it's a donation. It's a donation because you're not paying what it would normally cost in another situation. When we go up to Chicago by choice, you pay that money. You know, when you go to other parties and festivals and Moonbeam that just happened this weekend, blew the whole neighborhood out. You got to pay for that stuff. So we have to pay for the stuff. That's basically what the money is. You're not making nothing extra. We got to pay for the stuff that they making us pay for. That's it. Thanks for spending your $15 with us. And for the people that got those early bird tickets and your general admission tickets already, great job. Great job to secure your spot on the dance floor. I made it rhyme.
Now, you know what? Now, let me go through that. So, a lot of people, since this is new, a lot of people have a whole bunch of questions. It's like, you know what? How do I get the tickets? Katasha, tell them how to get the tickets.
If you want the tickets, you can go to the website and go to Eventbrite. Eventbrite will you just go on there and you pay for the tickets on Eventbrite. So everything is taken care of through Eventbrite, and that's all you have to do.
Now, if you don't trust Eventbrite and you want to come through the door, you can do that. It's $15 because now we have to put a staff on the door to collect from you people that didn't buy the tickets. That means that the savvy people that are used to buying tickets, they already buying tickets, so they already going to come in and easily go through with a phone scan and go through the door. Those people that don't have that are
You
likely
waiting
to be
in a line,
in a line to get in
and I
there.
don't know what that line's gonna look
I
like.
have no idea. I
Have
don't want the line to be there. If you could buy your ticket, that way it's easy for us to expedite you in.
Right. Buy a ticket, skip the line.
Right.
right at that front.
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Katasha?
I said it can get bottlenecked very quickly at that front when you have that line. And there are people, because the people who have their tickets, they just scan and they can go through. But the people who don't, they're waiting to pay cash or, you know,
Y'all
they,
take cash app. Y'all, I'm looking for money. One of my kids ran away. Hey, come back here. People, I work the door a lot of places. Sometimes people don't realize that they gonna go through the door. Like you gotta be ready. Like in the drive-through, have your money ready out for all your parties. Click, click, bang. Keep it moving. But sometimes we as people get distracted when we in the line and we become the problem.
So I'm asking the people that's coming. This is new for us. We're going to try to be very organized with it. Be patient with it. We'll get better as we learn and try to and grow into another stage. It's another stage for us. It's another stage. Eventually, we're going to be in Camden Yards. We know that it's unstoppable. The city, the house is starting to be recognized, and by the numbers, we're starting to see that it's not just about the below 30s. It's about the above 40s. The above 40s still remember dancing with each other. A lost art that community miss. And by bringing us together, it just solves so many issues. And there's not one person to leave Collective Minds with a frown on their face.
Not
Um,
one.
not one.
Well, not unless they parked all the way down the street at Northern Parkway. But other than that, they had a good time.
Yeah. So we'll work it out. We're working on the best to make this to expedite this really really fast. So if but you could help us by just paying for the ticket in advance, and that
Getting
way
the
it can
tickets
go
in.
right through. A lot of people don't trust Cash App and Eventbrite, or they don't want to pay the $2 surcharge, or
Right, because they over 40.
a whole bunch of reasons. I understand that. Contact a friend that does and say, hey, won't you buy the ticket for me? Because I don't want to do that.
Right.
You find other ways. You
And
like you
that $10, the friend that does that ticket for me, I'm gonna
mm,
pay for their ticket. They coming with me too. It's like church, friends
yeah.
and family day. Like this is what I do when I'm always out dancing. I want you to come along and see what it looks like. I want you to get that feeling that I get when I'm in this house situation. You want to share it, that feeling. It's a vibe.
So this is our 20th year. So we, of course, we have entertainment. I mean, we have the DJs, and it's the 20th year. So we try to make sure that we carried and treated it like that. So this year, they pushing me, the president, to play. It's like I don't know how I'm gonna do that when I've been out there since 7 in the morning. But we got me, we have OG, we have house head that's a strategic part of every collective mind Tuesday. We have um, Blue Angel. We have One House One Nation, which is Saheed Muhammad, Damon Ramsey, and Greg Lewis. We have talk somebody even about. We
Hope.
have closing Jordan Pope. So Jordan came on the collective minds at 12.
At the bowling alley.
Now
That's
he's a father with a child.
Right.
we first when we did a fundraiser at the bowling alley, and it's been
Yeah,
from that. I
yeah.
mean, the rest is history. It was amazing.
Blue
Um.
Angel was a little girl in a crowd with her mother selling cookies, and
Right.
and now she's a grown girl in college and playing everywhere. So
Right.
it's kind of great to see a new kind of village. You know what I mean? Because we are inundated with TV about shootings and stuff that happened, but nobody talks about the great things that happened in our African American community. Even though Collective Mind is multicultural, but even still, it's about showing something different. I mean, over the years, we had the Oriole bird, we had people running around on stilts, we've
The
had
weather guy.
the oh yes, Venus Reed.
Venus. I was like, somebody save me because I forgot his name.
Venus Reed. We had congressmen on stage doing political things. We had Marilyn Mosby. We had these are different years. We've had judges in picnic tables. It's so much part of Baltimore, but because we don't submit to the process of money, we're not
And
trying to
attendance.
and liquor. We're not trying to do that because you know what? To me, just as president, y'all, we have liquor stores on all of our communities. Why do we have to have it inside our events? Our
Well,
children
I
can
feel
go
like
see.
it's a kid piece in there that
Yeah,
you got to be careful with.
it's just we want to see our children to see another perspective. It's on TV. It's on the corners. It's like what? Here's a great positive perspective that you can see at this event. So when we had a chance to actually do that, be sponsored by liquor people, we turned it down. It's like we just don't need it. Whenever you have events and you include liquor, you're likely to have an incident. You're
I've
likely.
learned that in 2023. I'm going to agree with that. That's a whole nother show. Hope you'll be back for that one. I
So
need to ask
I
this
want one more
question
thing.
so I don't forget.
I forget. Ed Ramsey's performing. So that's about
Ed Ramsey
yeah,
performing
yeah,
the fresh sound of 2023.
yeah.
Um, Definitely going to be a pleasure being able to check him out there as well. So my vendor question before I get in trouble because it keeps flashing up here. Did the vendor it close the deadline for vendors?
Deadline for vendors is Monday the 21st.
Oh, so it is still open.
It
Yes.
is open.
Tell them the process to get to you to be able to ask the question.
You can always go on my page and message me. You can DM me on my page, or you can go to the website www.cmfestival.org. Again, is www.cmfestival.org and click the vendor page. Once you click the vendor page, everything from there is self-explanatory. We have the vendor page is going to be for food vendors and non-food vendors. And once you do that, you click it and then you're done. You pay
Okay.
the page and everything is done. And then once you do that, next week on the 22nd, once you're in, you will get the welcome letter from me. The welcome letter will be self explanatory. It will explain everything that you need to do on that day. And from what time you need to be there, from what time you need to start cleaning up, from, do you need a fire extinguisher? Yes, you do. And just everything vendor related that you need to know to have a seamless um a seamless time at the festival for vendors is on that will be on the welcome letter. So your
There you
experience.
have it. That is a very popular question. A lot of people ask about vending. Go to www.cmfestival.org because a lot of people were doing .com and they were saying they couldn't get it's .org and
Hmm.
all your vending responsibilities, costs, and procedures are there for you. Thank you so much for that, Kitty.
You're
Now,
welcome
wait, what? So, what is a vendor? So, if
with.
you come with flash drives or something like that, you're vending. You will be stopped.
Oh,
If
you
you
mean if
walk
you're walking around with
around
products?
with
Okay.
product, we won't. Katasha is very. You don't want to deal with Katasha. Like, so for DJs like they want to sell mixed CDs and something like that, it's not as high. But you know what? You need to come to us because we have to shut you down. It's not fair to the people that paid for the vend. It's just
Right.
not
And
fair.
we need to know what you're selling. Like, we need to know that. That's anywhere you go. They need to know what your product is. I
Yeah,
want to
because
give a shout out to Monica Cooper, who just purchased $10, 10 tickets off of the website for the festival. Hey,
uh,
Monica, can't wait to see you and with your 9 other, what is that, your family, your friend, your block, all them people. Bring them with you. Looking forward. Make sure you stop and tell us who you are so we can give you a hug when we see you.
one other thing, if anybody wants to get in touch with us, instead of DMing me, we do have our webpage where you can get in touch with us and we will get an email. And that email is info at cmfestival.org. If you have any questions about vending or where we're located or how you get there, or do we have any, rooms available, any blocks, or any questions that you have, you can forward those questions to info at cmfestival.org and we will answer those emails.
We're trying to answer them for you now. So maybe that will reduce some of your email. So we know when it is, where it is, what time it is, what it is, and the how. We've explored how you do certain things in the festival. So for the new people, it's a musical experience. You have your DJs playing, your performances playing. The day looks like you've got vendors all around the entire thingy. You can find pretty much anything you want to eat, dessert, something cold like a snowball or a slushy. You got a snowball person yet, Kitty? You do?
Yes.
Okay. So anything you could almost want to buy, not to mention the jewelry, the clothing, the t-shirts, the I Love House merchandise. It's all there. It's enough stuff to hold you for 7 hours and still have to get put out at the end. Everybody is not in a rush to leave when it's the last song. So it's definitely a family friendly, a community friendly event, and it's something for your soul. You owe it to yourself to do some grown up stuff before the summer ends. It's also on Labor Day weekend.
Yes,
So it's an opportunity to bring your family. How long does the online tickets do you know yet? This might be too early when they shut that down, that option.
it is a little bit too early because
Okay.
this is the first for us. We don't know exactly the number. The tickets are going really fast.
They really
Uh,
are. Those
uh,
$5
they're
tickets
moving.
went in like 2 days.
Well, that was easy. So, I mean, that of course. But eventually people learning that if I wait to the event, I could get caught in a long line and still might not get in. That has never. We have never turned anybody away at any time, except for when we was in somewhere else when they turned them away. But we try to let you in. It's just one of the great things that pushed me to go from free to that is to say, you know what, I can be more organized. That way, you have a ticket. I can say this many people can. It's definitely coming. It's like you don't go to a dinner, family dinner, and not know how many people are coming. You need enough food. You need enough. You need enough chairs. So the ticket thing lets us know how many people are coming. So
Gotcha.
as a president, can I do my president thing, Nina?
Do your president thing. Do, 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 do.
Baltimore, I love you. I love y'all, Baltimore. I love you. You see the sacrifice that me and our peers do for y'all. If you like this event and you think you want to see more of it, you write your district delegate and say, why can't we have more of this? Why is it difficult for them to do other things? It seems like we need the political people to come in and recognize that this is something part of history. This is just like Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm Cap Calloway. I'm the president. It's like, you know what? We need more help from this city, more instead of more diversions from other people that don't understand what house is. If you don't understand it, bring them. They will change their opinion. So as we need to actually take control, realize that we are votes, a lot of votes. And
Yes.
if we as voters recognize the people in office that's trying to help or not help, we can change some things. Just do your part. Just mention it. Just if you're in some power, if you're in a position where you can help, help. I love people to say you need to, we need to, but I need to hear I can do.
Right. Recognize that your voting power goes beyond choosing your government and your president. Because you are a registered voter, reaching out to your local delegates, your local senators, you have power. And if it's more than one person doing it, one of the house music principles is unity. If we unify, and maybe we need to create something in the future, there's that need to, like some sort of form that we could use, that we could send to our delegates or our senators. So it's a click, click, click. Make it easy for people. We're on it. Join the potato salad here.
I don't understand. It's a win-win. At one time, we had 14,000 people. It's like, you know what? What person is dealing with community issues, and we offer you a platform. We're offering you a platform. We must invite every year, like, come tell to the people. We have the people,
Right.
but
A
very few.
voting age
About voting age,
in your districts.
we have voting booths to register unregistered voters. You know what I mean? Over the years, we have done everything from HIV, homeless, the bookmobile,
Red
myeloma,
Cross.
multiple myeloma. We've done every cause there is to help the community what's going on. We did blood pressure screenings and everything we can to be a community organization. That's because these things are it's what we need. We need to have ways to reach out to these people. So we got an audience that's from 35 to 70. You know what I
That's
mean?
your voting power right there.
That's the voting power right there. They're the one that's raising the kids. They're the ones that have the things that's going on. If you talk to them, you're talking to a lot of Baltimore.
Same thing with sponsors. That's we have the age of people that are buying cars, buying houses, buying prom. We have the prominent, dominant consumer. So
Yep.
we have the audience that you're looking for, the preferable audience. So it's
Yeah.
worth the investment with your company or organization.
Yeah.
Is it a different price? I know you have like a nonprofit thing, but if like for information, is that a different price event?
Nonprofits get to come for free.
So information falls under nonprofit because you're not making out any money.
Right. Please come.
Your
Please.
community. And we want the community to know all of the information and resources that are available to them. So that's why every year we reach out to all these new nonprofits so that they can reach our their constituents at our festival. So, you know, our party is a party with a purpose. We're just not there. So we're reaching a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And the people that you're talking about, they're the voters, they're the taxpayers. So that's why, you know, we kind of construct our festival the way that we do. It's family oriented. It's a it's information giving, and it's a love fest. So it's everything wrapped into one. And so that's why we have, you know, that's why I think it gets bigger because people come and they see exactly what we're doing and they want to be a part of that.
Tommy,
Yes.
what's your idea, your vision for the perfect festival?
Purpose Pencil is Timonium.
Nope,
Tim-
back it up. This year, Polly, when you wake
oh,
up in the morning, what's your perfect day? Your festival, sir.
our festival, ma'am.
Our festival.
It starts off at 7 in the morning when we have to get some of the early things on there. We have a team, a very small team that has teams under them, and we have a lot of people that think. So like you already explained the process. So once we get the vendors in, this event should go hopefully no rain, which is why we moved it from the first week in August to Labor Day because the Labor Day is a better chance of no rain. So the event goes nice. We have the entertainment in the middle. We have people having fun. I can look into the crowd. I don't see nothing but smiling faces and hands in the air. I see people dancing alongside people that they don't even know, and that is what's missing in our. You know how you can walk down the street in Baltimore and you don't speak to nobody. At Collective Minds, everybody speak to
Everybody
everyone.
speak. Everybody
Everybody
speak.
speak to everyone. So I must be hugged thousands of people in one event. So I feel great about that. I feel great that each person feel like they know me personally. So my idea of a great event is that I can see people saying, "Please keep it up, Tom. Keep it up. because they can see the exhaustion on a day of event, but they want to encourage us to keep on going. And at the end, me and Katasha sitting there and saying, "Whew, we did it, we did
Again.
it."
Somebody help me to my car. Get the golf cart. Hey, Alonzo, thanks
That's
for
a
stopping
perfect
through.
day. That's
That's
a
a
perfect.
that
Does your vision match his, Kitty?
my vision. You know what makes me happy when I get to Collective Minds, because everything is so hectic all the way up to it. We're checking off all the boxes and everything, and then I'm running around the whole time, and then finally when I get a chance to stand up on the stage and I look out on the crowd, and it's like the late, everything that we put into it, the fruition and the fruits of our labor is just right there. And then that's when you take the picture of the crowd and everybody's smiling, just like Tommy said. So for me, that's what does it for me, to see the fruits of our labor and people in the audience and people who have come to share, the day with us, smiling and enjoying themselves. That's what does it for me.
Job well done. I'm gonna come in as the dancer. My idea of a perfect festival is everything that you said, and that I am full because I ate a lot. I might be a little bit woozy because I ate a lot of stuff that don't go together. Um, my feet and my knees hurt because I have danced for hours. Um, my soul is replenished because I got to hear music from all of these talented DJs. Um,
And
plus
when
what
you
you say. I think
get,
that's it. And
I
then
got,
we start.
I want to thank some key people. Now, this is how collective minds work. The unique thing about how we did it free for that many years. I mean, the DJs didn't get paid. The only people that we had people that volunteered generators. Hector would bring a generator every year, a big generator. So
Hector,
we had people on stage volunteer every year. We had Rudy every year come in. This year, in the past couple of years, we had T-shirt Bryant's like, come on, I'm gonna help y'all do this. This voluntary, this altruism is how we did it for free because we people came in and donated what they could. It may not be in money; they donated their services. So you got Tony Lobin's sound system now. His sound system could fill a stadium, and he barely charges what he deserves to come and bring it in there. And he brings rails and all this kind of stuff. So that kind
Stacks.
of stacks and stacks of it.
Yeah, his
Just
Jamaican
yeah,
stout.
so it's a lot of integral parts of like that make this work, and it makes it work for free. One of the reasons why I did not want to make it a monetary thing, because then it undermines the people that was before you. It's like now everybody's going to say, "Well, I want to get paid." It's like, you know what? I just wanted to be this. If I can, give God, give me a hit record, give me a Grammy, and that way it'll go back to free. Because then I'll write like Magic Johnson, say, "Hey, it's free."
I think when people put things in boxes, even if everybody, because $10 is still not a lot of money compared to what you have to pay. So if all of the money that they used in tickets just went to security, then there's still a whole bunch of other stuff that
Oh,
has to get paid. So
yeah,
it's not like it's a party. It's still a non-profit situation because all that money goes to pay for something. I got a
yeah,
question online. Can
yeah.
Is it okay for media to take and share footage?
Only if you're going to do it from off the stage. If you're asking for clearance to get on the stage, we have to watch the stage because there's too many people up there. The
It's
artist,
Cordy.
it's just too much going on. A lot of people who do their own media pages want to get up with the cameras. We have to stop that because it's just too many people. It's just like DJs. All the DJs in Baltimore, and all the DJs know each other, and so it's not like hey, I'm not gonna let you up. You're my man, but I can't. We can't let everybody up on that stage. So, and that brings another thing. A lot of people say, well, how do y'all get y'all DJs? Listen up, listen up. DJs are by people that are part of collective minds. You want to play, start coming to when see the meetings come. You know what? You pay attention to what we're doing. Come be a part of. Before I go get you, that's not a part of. I'll go get so and so that is. That's
Nice. Nice. Hey Twan, is Blue Angel, how are you doing that? Is Blue Angel in the waiting room, Twan? Can we bring her on yet? Give me an indication so I know how much time I got. Cause she's got to get back to Rated Wednesdays on Twitch. Let's see, let's see. There she is. Hey, baby. What is it?
Hi.
Baltimore Princess, is that right?
Yeah, yes, I call it the Be More Princess for
The
sure.
Be More Princess, because we change our name a lot, right?
Hmm.
So we got to keep up with what's current. The main reason that I wanted to have you on this panel tonight, I know you were interviewed by Antoine. It might have been yesterday, but
Yes,
I
it was
wanted to
yesterday.
personally, nice, on behalf of the house community, I wanted to congratulate you on you being selected to play at this year's 2023 Collective Minds 20th anniversary festival.
Thank you.
Great job. Has anybody been younger than her? Was Jordan younger than her? Who
Yeah,
was younger than he
Jordan
was?
was younger when he
He
played. Yeah.
Yeah.
nice, awesome. So you are our future, and we are honored and privileged to have you project house music beyond today, beyond this decade. You're gonna do that for us. You're gonna take the ball and you wanna run, right, Blue?
Of course, but
So
that's
take us.
it's an honor for me.
It is. I'll be happy for you. I really do. So, what was it like when you were informed that you were selected to play? What was that moment like?
Man, it was just like I said, it was such an honor. It's just I mean, I feel like it's the right time, but also like it's such a big thing because this is a 20th anniversary. So I'm like, y'all chose me to open for the 20th anniversary, you know? So it was a lot of excitement there. And I mentioned in the last interview was when I was reached out, they were like, "Are you interested in opening?" I'm like, "Of course I'm
Like,
interested."
who says no? Do people say no to that too? No.
So yeah, it's just, I'm really excited and it's such an honor and a blessing to be able to be a part of it. I mean, I've attended many collective minds with my family. And I know a lot of the DJs that go up in there and they kill it. So I'm just happy to be a part of that.
So, I know that you have partially the same audience as we all do with house heads, but you also have another niche because you're into that social media, social house. How is it converting or transitioning some of the people from the other side over to the soulful side? Does that happen?
Mm, that is very, I'm like trying to think. So the best way I could explain that, for instance, is like when I had my party, right? My 21st birthday party. And I had it in the Station North Art District. So yes, I DJ, but I also, like you mentioned, I'm known as the Be More Princess. I have about like over 30,000 followers on Instagram that I've been growing over the years. And the main point about that page is just highlighting all the great things, all the positive things in Baltimore, whether it's food or clothing businesses, anything like that. And so when I had my party, I invited like food influencers because I incorporated food into my show, right? So then I'm introducing them to house music, right? I'm introducing them to like an after hours scene of house music. And they're like, wow, this is amazing. So that's kind of the way that I'm incorporating that social aspect with the DJing.
Gotcha, gotcha. Salutes out to all the halos out there. Cookie Mama Desiree.
Yeah,
What's your
shout out
aunt's
to
name?
Halo.
I forgot your aunt's name. What's her name?
Her name is Simone.
Simone. Right. My
Yes.
middle name. How did I forget that?
I didn't know that was
Um,
your middle name.
yeah,
Cool.
Nina Simone. Come on now. That's hey. But
Ah,
yeah, the halos. You all do a good job at wrapping yourself around Blue to be at her events and support her and become listeners and followers. If someone wants to follow you, old Blue Angel, how do they do that?
yes. Okay. So a lot of my like socials is actually on my website, which is djblueangel.com. You can go in there. You can find lots of information about myself, my bio, mixes that I've done, my social links. But just to shout them out, my Instagram is DJ Blue Angel, and my Facebook is DJ Blue Angel 315, and I'm blanking. My Twitch, I'm on Twitch. My Twitch channel is DJ Blue Angel 315.
And what
And
happens on Wednesday on your Twitch page?
yes, okay. So every Wednesday, I call it my virtual twin, Meta Blue. It's a virtual character. She rates house tracks from Track Source every Wednesday with our audience. They rate, is it a stash or is it a pass? If it's a stash, it's going into the cart. If it's a pass, it might not be for us, but it might be for somebody else. So
Mhm.
that's every Wednesday at 9, which is about to happen tonight.
That's why I thank you for being able to squeeze us in. We're really excited to look at the festival through the eyes of the youth. Do you have your nervousness under control? Is this a big deal playing in front of all of these people?
Oh, well, you know what? No matter the size, I'm always nervous before I get
Me
there.
too.
And I like to say that it's an indication that I just care a lot about the music, and how well it will be received. So if I'm not nervous before a show, then I'm like, what's going on here? Like, so yes, of course I'm nervous, but I know once I get on that stage, that's
Mhm.
where I flourish.
We
Mhm.
don't normally have a problem with telling people to come early because they do that anyway with their load up. So you should have a really good sized crowd there at your opening. A lot of times people might miss a piece of the opening, but you're gonna have quite a bit of people there for your opening Collective Minds debut. Did either one of you want to tell Blue anything?
Blue,
Wanted to
you
say I'm so proud of you. When I see you, it just makes me really
We
smile.
just be
We just grinning like you're our child.
right. You our niche girl. I don't care where you go.
Yeah, so you just keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing, and your spirit is just so encompassing, and we can feel it. We can just feel it. That's all I have to say. We love you.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you.
Blue, you know your Uncle Tommy loves you. You know that.
You
I
know that.
when you was just a little teeny thing, real shy, wouldn't even look up off the floor. I was like, yes, come here, Blue, come here. Because you know what, you stand for a lot of things. You stand on being a DJ at your age, which is a really big thing, and you stand on playing house, which is another big thing. You stand on being a black person doing it. That's another big thing, and you're a woman. That's another thing. And what you're doing is the other little kids are watching you, and that's showing them that they can be something else besides a booty shaking thought in a video. That you know what, you could be an artist, you could be other things, and I think we need to see more youth in other things than just one thing. And you're doing a great job of. I'm so proud of you.
We
Absolutely.
all are so proud of you, baby. We
Oh,
are.
thank you. And
Now,
thank
let
you,
me,
Uncle
interesting
Tommy.
fact, you are 21 now, right? He
Yes.
just so little. It's hard for us to let you grow up. Okay, that's just your aunts and uncles remembering you when you were littler. But she's
Little.
small, so it's hard. Like she's a grown ass woman now, you know. So
Yeah,
we remember that too, and we salute you for your skill set. Hey, Los,
Thank you.
thanks for stopping by, baby.
Of course, thank you for having me. I'm glad I could stop by. And
Me too.
again, thank you for the kind words. And I'm excited for Collective Mind.
We'll see you on stage.
We'll see you soon.
okay,
How many people can you say that to? We'll see you on stage. Hey, Tommy, we'll see you on stage. You and your wings.
Emma.
So,
So
we almost had a situation. Go
what?
ahead. Stall Tommy like I stalled for you.
Okay, listen. Oh, you had. So,
I'm knocking stuff over. I
so
think we got all of the.
we
Oh, I
did.
got a question.
I do have
20
some
year
thank yous to start with.
anniversary. 20
Yes.
year
Go ahead.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Besides us being together in the space that we love, with the people that we love, and the performance that we love, is it anything that points at that 20 years?
Points at it.
20-year anniversary.
No, to me, I mean, to us. It's just another year. You know what I mean? It's. I can remember 10. I can remember 5. I can remember 2 when
I
we
can
did. The,
15.
the,
Do we
Remember.
know anybody that's been to all 20?
me.
You.
um, Yeah, very few, because in 20 years, a person's health status, where they live, can change. So, some people, hey, they was real important in the beginning, and I don't want to say that they was not important. They might not be coming now, but certain things happen, children, family, parents, and stuff, and you might not can. They were really, really important. If y'all out there listening, like Jay Rags, well, he lives in another country now.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
even know that.
yeah, it's like, okay, some of these people that were important, that built it, were the founding fathers and mothers of collective minds. So it's because it's collective. No one can say I did it. No,
Right.
you're standing on the backs of a lot of people that fought and got over barriers to make it easier for the next person to come in. So that's why I fight kind of hard, because it's like, you know what? One day I'm not going to be here. So every battle I win, the next person don't have to fight.
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
yeah, it's amazing. I remember the first one, so I can say that I've been to all
You
because
been
I
to
was
all of them?
the very first one.
Nice, Kitty.
The
Nice.
very first one, and I was sitting in a lawn chair by a tree by myself because I'd heard about it and I wanted to see what it was about. And I started out as a dancer. I didn't start out in this capacity and I didn't know any of them. And so I knew that I wanted to be a part of this thing. And they started having open meetings and I went and I kept going to see what I could do. And the next thing you know, now it's history. I became the treasure. I started working with the vendors and helping somebody do that because I felt like that was my, thing. And next thing you know, the rest is history. So,
It is
you know,
definitely history.
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd like to take this moment to say who Collective Minds is. All right, I'm Tommy Davis. I'm the president. OG Morris is the vice president. House Head is graphics and website and technology. Katasha is treasurer, vendors, and my headache. Um,
Personal assistant.
huh?
For 4 months of the year. Personal assistant.
No, I said my headache.
She is not your headache. She is your medicine. She is your headache medicine.
Okay,
Because she
yeah.
keeps it so you don't have headaches.
Hello.
So
Thank you.
Hello.
former president Biscuit is it's still integral part. You know what I mean, of Collective Minds. Uh, DJ Dre, every year, him and his boys come in and say, "What can we do to help you? What can to help secure the place?" They sacrifice the whole festival to run around and make sure everybody is protected.
And they
So
be on it.
they
They
be
do a
on.
good job.
They be on it. You got Rudy, and this year you see One House One Nation on it. One House One Nation used to throw parties to raise money and call me up and say, "Tom," and give me an envelope and say, "I know you need money," and stuff like this. So this 20th is kind of personal in a way. Some of the people coming back. Um, you got Neil Conway. When we first left Poly, Neil Conway said, "I got a great idea. You know what? I could probably get y'all to come in Poly." And I had never been in Poly, so Neil 30 years and still this day is the person that's like, Tom, we can
That
do
saved the
it.
day.
It's the Hail Mary.
And you know how people make promises they can't keep? That was a big promise. And he
Oh,
kept it over and over again.
hey,
Salute, Neil.
over
Salute,
and
Neil. Looking good, too, Neil. You know, he lost a lot of weight. He's
yeah,
looking good.
and now he's got his masters, and he's opening up music theory and concept courses as a college grad course. So
Nice.
he's doing some great things. Um, because I said, who am I leaving on the list of
You got
this?
the generator?
Well,
Is that happening this
I
year?
said Hector. I said Hector. You
Okay.
know,
and a
Hector
shout
every
out to
day.
WEAA because they always come on board and, you
Yeah.
know, um, show up for us and promote for us. And they're there for us each year.
For the community. I would like to define, like I define collective minds, I would like to define community because it ties in here with your project and it ties in with my radio show, which is community is one of the main reasons why I do the radio show. Community equals unity, equals resources, equals an encompassing circle of like minded people that want the same results to better our little piece of the world. So we do things to feed children in Africa or battered women or cats, right, Kitty?
Yes.
We need to invest in our community. It is a very diverse festival, so I am not eliminating any race at all. You can have several races in a within a community. But
Hmm.
we a community means when it's time to pull together and look good for guests, that's what a community does. They take care of their own. They make sure that we are well, that we are fed, that we are informed, and that we are a semblance of safe. You know, half of our lives, we look for things to make us feel safe. And your community should be able to provide that for you as well. So, as we invite people into our house music community, we want to be gracious guests, hosts and hostesses. So, all of us, collective mind, collectively, are hosts and hostesses. Let's bring these people in and show them what a good time looks like,
Oh,
what being safe feels like, what good music feels like, with us buying product from people that look
mm,
like us to recirculate our dollars within our community. This is an opportunity for, you know how it is when people come to your house for a cookout? It's just a great bigger cookout. Do
mm-hmm.
your best to be your best and to help people have a great time. Did I say that right?
Yes, you.
You
I want to
couldn't have
add.
said better ourselves. And one more person to shout out is Tracy
Yeah,
Stevens.
Stevens.
She
there's
brings out
many, many
artists.
more. There's many, many more. I'm not. We don't have notes in front of us, so.
Right. And I
No.
can't look at mine because I'm on the phone.
But go
Hey,
ahead
Tracy. I know
and sing.
she usually works with your art, sometimes with your children.
Yes, she brings the artists, and she sent me several this evening.
Uh, oh,
See,
this evening. Still
yeah,
did. She made the deadline. She made the deadline. And artists, so, when you take your children out to places and you're trying to expose them to things they wouldn't see walking home from school or in their daily life, walking to the store. So a festival like that gives them necessary exposure to want more, to want to see more, to want to do more, to want to be more. So you may not have children. A lot of people that are househeads have grandchildren rather than
yeah,
little
yeah,
babies. This is a great opportunity for them to come out and see more. Because eventually they're going to be more. The more you see, the more you can be. So be a part of this beautiful day as we have
yeah.
fun.
Nina, I want to tell you, I gotta share this special moment. This was a make or break moment. I mean, one of the years I was performing at Collective Minds, and I'm a showman, so a lot of people expect a DJ just to wear a T-shirt and do that. I said no. I want to be more visual. I want to do. I got my little Showtime Las Vegas outfit on, and people said, "Tom, don't do that. Don't do that." You know, I was like, "No, this is an art. I come from theater. It's about time to do that." And my man Odie said, "Go ahead and do it." When I got off the stage, there was a line of children who wanted to come and hug me and take pictures. I cried. I cried because that meant I'm reaching other people that they're what they normally see is guns and violence and
Swag and
haters
drag,
and all that stuff.
drip,
It's like, you know what? Y'all see, y'all, they are so pure at heart that their young minds don't see what the other people see, which was in Baltimore.
that
They
they
didn't,
don't even see.
yeah, they
Your imagination is really bigger than what I'm wearing. That's what I tell
yeah,
people.
yeah. It's like okay, they see a superhero. It's like okay, I'm gonna live up to it. Here he comes. I'm like yes,
Right,
okay. But
right.
it was great to say. You know what? There's some black children out here that I am showing them that the world is not limited to the streets of Baltimore. You know, and I've been all over the world. It's like, you know what? You can be whatever you want to be. There's no limits of what you can be. And I think that day, I think I cried. I told Katasha, I was like, Katasha, there was around my
He
legs.
did. He did.
She like, here I am, your medicine. Have we missed anything that I should have asked you about this upcoming Collective Minds 2023 20th year anniversary festival?
I'm going to reiterate on volunteers. You know, what I mean, because of how bigger we are getting, if you want to volunteer and be a part of it, just hey, go to the website, go to our social medias, Thomas Davis or Katasha or cmfestival.org.
Org.
Info at cmfestival.org. And if
Yeah,
you're at the festival, come to our booth and say, "Hey, I'm here. Is there anything you need me to do?"
Where's
Because
your booth? Do you know yet where your booth is?
yes, we always have the booth on right on the corner coming in. So they'll be able to see it. It'll be
Okay.
visual. So they'll be
Mhm,
able to see it. It's going to be Collective Minds. We're going to
mhm.
probably have big, tall balloons, so you can say, "Hey, we're right here." But, just come over to the booth, and we will be happy to say, "Oh, yeah, we can use you for, oh, yeah, come here. We need someone to do something." So please, don't be afraid to stop by the booth when you're there. And before that, info@cmfestival.org. Let us know what you want to do.
And drop your emails. I mean, if we collect emails, social medias have algorithms that kind of block us from actually unifying. So, by having your email, we can avoid that. And so we ship it out to the people that have emails. So I don't know, a lot of people don't understand how Facebook works, but it's a weird algorithm thing. I could post something and Katasha won't see what I post.
Right.
But
30
you need
people
a
will see it, but you got 3,000 followers.
right. I got
Yeah.
5,000 followers.
Right.
How
Right.
I see it?
And if you get
Uh,
too big, then you get hacked.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So it's
all these things, you can be a part, you can come apart. There's nothing too small, there's nothing too big. There's no ideas too crazy or too small.
small.
Right.
Okay, so before, because I'm starting to see it, and not that we've ever had a problem with it, another disclaimer type thing. You're going to start seeing Collective Mind fundraisers. It would be nice if someone from the Collective Mind team was actually at your fundraiser. Keep us in mind. You get it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
proud of Baltimore. You got to remember, the Collective Minds was the first festival. Now you can't throw a rock on a weekend without having a festival somewhere. And unfortunately, I can't make all of them, but they're all, and to me, they're all spin-offs of Collective Minds. So it will Collective Minds is living on vicariously through other festivals in Baltimore, and that's a great honor.
You'll see people throwing parties, Collective Mind fundraiser parties.
Yeah, you
Around
go
this
out
time
to
of
our
year, they
festival.
start to pop up.
You see festivals in different parks. I know friends that have different festivals. So many that we can't attend them all. It's like, okay, so this is a great thing because unfortunately Baltimore's history and economics with the black entertainment thing kind of forced us into a little kind of thing. But we as a strong people, we find another way to do it. You can't stop us. You can't stop us.
Right, right. Anything else we want to contribute?
No, see you there.
See you there. See you there. That is Sunday, September the 3rd, Polytechnic Institute. That's located on Cold Spring Lane and Falls Road. We
14
start at 12.
Cold
Hmm,
Spring.
say it again.
1400.
1400 Cold Spring. See, I'm good with the words. The numbers, I forget every time. Join us for a day of fun from 12 noon to 7 p.m., filled with music, dancers, DJs, laughter, vendors, community, art, children, family, and a line at the door if you didn't get your ticket before
Oh,
you got there. We can't wait to celebrate. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. Share this video so all that your friends can check it out and we all know what the game plan is for today. Don't forget www.cmfestival.org, email address info at
cmfestival.org.
cmfestival.org. Org.
or
So the email address still has the .org as well.
Yes.
We can't wait to celebrate. Like this is our graduation every year. Everything we do throughout the year, that road leads to this big celebration. Great job, house heads, on keeping your house and your head together. And we can't wait to spend the day with you.
Nina, thank you so much. I mean, from your marathons over the years. I mean, people out there don't know Nina. When we had to do marathons to raise money, Nina always was up there doing it. I mean,
That's
24-hour marathons
up.
that
So
we.
awesome.
Every time I do something with Tommy, I end up with my back hurting and I'm asleep for the next 3 days.
So Nita,
Definitely
I
was
gotta
a pleasure.
personally thank you, and I think the house community, like we see, everybody sees your work, they see what you do, and they see the effort and put in it, and that you need to be commended on that, and I
I
definitely
thank you. I
salute you.
accept. I accept.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
All right, y'all.
Thank
I
you
will
so
see you next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. with some more. I don't know how to go get. Tommy is like the all everything. You're an entertainer, you're an author, a minister, you're wisdom, you're a party guy, you're a performer. So it's kind of hard to run up with that. But I'm gonna figure out some people that are on your tier to keep us all interested in
Oh,
learning about the intricate life of our favorite househead people. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. See ya. I'll see you at your next event. I haven't said that in 6 months.
okay. Good
See y'all.
night.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Twan. Oh, we still live. Okay, well, it's Nina, the original party girl. I hope you enjoyed this week's segment of the Collective Minds Festival. On your mark, get set, almost time to go. Please tune in to me at the Access Granted podcast on YouTube. All my stuff is there. Facebook, microphone checker by Simone. um, on Facebook, I'm Microphone Checker 1212, where you'll get to see all my motivational or public speaking or radio, anything with me and a mic, checking the mic. Again, it's Nina, the original party girl. I'll see you at your next event.